This is the third time that we've come out with a group of fishers, and it's just an amazing experience for myself and for the fishers, well really for all of those people who come out, to be able to spend this time with Biz and really get a really clear understanding of the black petrels and how they breed and how they live and how they feed and why this work is so important. The issue with the black petrels has been quite seriously endangered. The major threats to the petrels nowadays have been identified as through fishing. So that's commercial fishing, recreational fishing, as well as the land-based predators and things. And as a commercial fishing company, we feel a pretty big responsibility to do what we can to make sure that black petrels don't get caught, simply.
So we're here to do what we call our chick banding trip, our chick trip. So we're here to band all surviving chicks in our study burrows. So this is one of our study burrows, burrow 226. I'm going to get Alan here to put his hand in and things. So the burrow entrance is here, and the burrow is all under this big chamber here. So there'll be a chick in here, hopefully. And if you get something that really bites seriously hard, it's probably an adult.
Get a prize.
There we go.
That's the newbie twitch. Walk him out, yep, that's it. And then just when he gets a little bit closer, just sort of make sure he's gather his wings in, that's it. Nicely done. We record sort of what stage he's at, so he's sort of mostly downy still. So you can see that his wings are very short. He's just beginning to get his adult feathers through. So this is what we call pin feathers, and they're coming out of these shafts and getting into, like, so soon these are very short. They'll be much longer when he's nearly fully grown, but they're just coming out. So he's losing his down and getting adult feathers and things. But now he gets an individually numbered nice new ring. Because they've got nice flat legs, you have them up, so they just sit nicely on the leg. Put him into a weigh bag and see how much he weighs. And that just gives us an idea of body condition. So he's 820. So not bad for that stage of development. And now the trick is to walk him back home. You just put his head in the burrow and a bit of his body and let him walk in, and he should probably know his way home.
They are an endangered species, and we are about environmental sustainability, and that's part of, as fishing. So it is a major issue, and we're not there to catch birds, and we've got tools and things in place we're trying to avoid it. We have got such tools as a tory line, which all vessels have, and that protrudes behind your boat with tassels on it, and that's designed to scare the birds away while they're feeding. And it's also up to management while you're setting. Skipper and crew is chucking on weights at appropriate times to sink your gear, is not to attract and cause the birds to feed.
We're asking all of our fishers to undergo seabird smart training, and that's becoming a criteria for fishing for Aotearoa Fisheries. Additionally to that, the training covers all the things that you need to do to make sure that you're fishing in a seabird smart way. It's not just about education, but it's also about really understanding the effect of fishing on these birds and how these birds are in their natural habitat, and understanding how important it is that the parents come back to feed the chicks for the survival of the species.
So it's really important we protect these breeding birds that are present here. There's only about 2,500 breeding pairs left, and every single one of those birds are really, really important. If one of those birds gets caught on a fishing boat or by a recreational fisher, that chick in the burrow will die. One parent isn't enough to sustain it. They can't get enough food to keep that chick alive. They're only found on Great Barrier or Little Barrier. They come here to breed, so this is the only time they're actually on land. The rest of the time they spend at sea. They migrate to South America for our winter, so spend the summer over there feeding up and getting back into condition to come back to New Zealand. They live for between 35 and 50 years. We've still got a female here who's breeding quite happily at 33 years. We've been studying her for the entire time, so we know how old she was when we banded her, and she's still breeding and still trucking along. Every single bird is important, and particularly every single breeding pair is important. So it's really, really vital that everybody works together to protect these birds.